% from three-point land. He is on pace to have the worst three-point shooting season in NBA history, y'all. At least for any player to average at least 7.5 attempts per game. So, Shannon, does this mean LeBron needs to quit shooting threes?
Not quit shooting threes, but quit shooting bad threes. Skip, I mean, he's coming down, early in the shot clock, he's just pulling up from 30 feet like it's nothing, and it's really hurting them. I understand that, if maybe cut down from shooting so many and those bad threes. If you want to cut that down to what you say, shooting 8, 9 a game, if you want to take that down to 4, okay, I'm cool with that, Skip. I can live with 4 threes, but you can't go 0 for 7. There was one game, didn't he go like 0 for 8, 0 for 9? It's too many 0 fors. And 22%, the last 3 years, he shot 36% from the 3. He's he's basically a 35% three-point shooter for his career. Now you're shooting 22.6%. That's not helping the cause. So I just, look, right now he's not LeBron. I don't think he has his legs up on him yet. Because I still see him missing some bunny layups that he normally finishes with relative ease. I understand that he is in year 20, but I still think he needs about another 2 or 3 weeks to get his legs fully up on him. And I think because these 3 last night weren't even close to going in.
No.
I can see if they were rimming out, but that thing wasn't close.
Not close. I tried to tell you this last year, when he took the 15th most three-point shots in the league, and he finished 93rd in three-point percentage makes. The math doesn't work for me, but it's clear he's playing a different math game because he's thinking 3 is greater than 2, and it is. So he's thinking, if I take 8 threes a game, which is what he averaged last year, he's at 7.6 this year, so he's close.
Right.
If I take 8 a game, and some nights I might make 4 of them. If I get hot, maybe 5 of them.
Right.
Then I'm getting closer and closer to Kareem because it's much easier on his body to make threes than to drive the basketball and get rammed at the rim, right?
Right.
I still think he's the best driver of the basketball in the game. I'm serious. In year 20, he is so physical, he is so gifted, he is so ambidextrous that his greatest gift is driving the ball to the rim. He did it once last night down the stretch. He made 1 shot down the stretch last night, and he just bully balled it.
Yeah,
Remember, he just went right up through. Was it Nance and I don't know, Valanciunas or something? I don't know, but it was 2 bigs.
Yeah.
And he just like bulled up through them and laid it over the front of the rim.
Right.
Man, it's just unstoppable. And then he pulls up, and I know it's like a show-off shot because it makes him feel good in year 20 to make threes because it's fun. You can backpedal up the court like, yeah, I got that one. And every once in a while, he's going to try a logo because it's a crowd pleaser. If it goes in, it's like, whoa.
Skip, I ain't got no problem if you want to do a heat check 3.
Yeah.
But those cold check 3s. You over, and then you pull up and you get you get the rebound on a missed free throw and you pull up from 32 again?
He now ranks 159th out of 161 three-point shooters.
Lord have mercy.
It's horrendous. It's Lord have mercy because he's taking so many that it's hard for his team to overcome that because it's too many wasted trips where, like I tell you, when he sort of sizes somebody up and I just say, if Ernestine's watching, I say, he's going to shoot a 3. Just watch. and it might require a step back because the guy's up in his grill a little bit, but he'll step back and he's going to jack it. And every once in a while, he does have heat checks because he gets rolling. He can be streaky from 3.
Right.
But not last year and this year. And you say, well, he's in the lab in the offseason. I don't know that he is in the lab. I don't know that you can work on that. I don't think it's what he was born to do, to shoot threes. He's always been, I'm being nice about this, a below-average three-point shooter.
Yeah.
He's gotten a little better at it, like incrementally better, but it's still not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you want LeBron to be able to shoot the 3 like Steph? At his size, at his strength.
I mean, it wouldn't be fair.
Exactly. That'd be like giving Brady, that's like giving Brady Lamar Jackson's athleticism. How fair is that? Now you talk about he'd have 200,000 yards and another 10,000 rushing.
Yet, he is obviously on pace, on course, within, another couple of months?
Yes.
Passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the all-time leading scorer in the history of the NBA. Yeah. Yet, he's a below-average shooter from 3. I think he's below average as a mid-range jump shooter. He'll get the fall-away going. He missed the one last night. But he'll sometimes get on a roll with sort of the Jordan-esque fall-away and be pretty good with that. What he does the greatest is gets to the rack, man.
That's the most taxing on his body.
I don't know. He's going to take some pounding. And to your point, there's a little bit of Shaq syndrome because sometimes he drives and gets hammered, but because he's got such great shoulders, the refs are like, "Oh, stop! I'm not going to give you that call."
Right.
Even though you got body fouled,
right.
I'm not going to give you the body foul. I'm not going to send you the line. I also think they don't think he's a great free throw shooter, so they don't respect him enough to send him to the line the way like Embiid. The refs respect Embiid because he's going to make like 85% of his free throws, right?
No, you should call a foul if it's a foul, not whether or not he's going to make them or not.
Yeah, well, okay. So he somehow, by hook or crook, he's going to break Kareem's record.
What you mean by hook or crook?
Well, this is crook right here, man. This is bad. Come on.
You think you're going to shoot? So you're going to shoot under 30% for the season?
Well, he's on pace. We've got a little bet with KD versus LeBron and who makes the most threes, right? Or has the highest percentage.
I give him another month. He'd be over 30%.
Really? Over 30? Well, that's still pathetic.
But he's going to be over 30. Then we're going to tick right on the back of the right. Where we are normally, about 35, 36%.
Well, he's now on pace to be the worst of all time.
It's not going to happen.
He's going to be the greatest scorer and the worst three-point shooter, all in one.
Well, we know who has the worst percentage in three-point competition, don't we, though?
Who?
I ain't going to say no name, but you know who it is.
I don't.
His middle name is Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah.
All right, shots fired. Let's not go there. Shannon, we will see if LeBron peaks at just the right time. I imagine you're going to predict it'll be just as the postseason rolls around.
Yeah, I can predict a lot of things when I get my beignets and dew.
They're on the way. They're on the way. You earned it. All right, gentlemen. What did an opposing GM of the Packers have to say about Aaron Rodgers? You don't want to miss Skip and Shannon's take on this. Up next.
Shannon, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a pass are you going to give LeBron for being sick?
0.
Really?
No, you don't get a...
I'm shocked.
No. You know I'm...
You went to 0?
Skip, what do I say? If you choose to get out there on that court, you choose to get out there on that field, I'm expecting you to play. You don't get an excuse for sickness, illness, or whatever the case may be, being injured. If you decide to play, there are no excuses. Brian knows he needs to play better in order for them to win more. They got very lucky last night because Lonnie Walker Jr. played unbelievable and Matt Ryan hit a shot of shots. He might not ever hit another shot like that in his life.
I would agree.
But he has that crowning achievement.
Yep.
But Skip, but I knew something early on, and I was like, maybe it's just me. But I saw him check himself out of the ball game a lot earlier than normal. Even before he checked out, he raised hands like, "Come get me, I'm gassed." It seemed like he couldn't catch his breath. He didn't have the energy, the explosion that he wasn't running on the fast break. He wasn't running, trailing like he normally does. So I knew something was amiss, but he don't no excuse for that. Nah, hell nah. And plus, maybe Skip, if they had started 5-0, maybe he doesn't even play. But he knows he has to play considering the ground that they've already given up. But I don't believe in making excuses for guys when they're injured or they're under the weather. If you make the distinction of putting that jersey on, putting that jersey over those pads on, I expect you to play because all I see is 6. That's all I see. I see James on back. I'm expecting virtuosos from him.
Okay, so you expected that last night because he didn't play for 4 minutes. He played for 40 minutes.
Yes.
He played every minute of overtime.
Yeah.
And he seemed okay to me. It wasn't like he was collapsing on the court. It wasn't like he needed an IV.
But Skip, he just didn't have his hands. He just couldn't have that second, LeBron had that second gear, had that third, had that fourth gear. He ain't had nothing just from first gear the whole night.
All right. I'm going to say what I've told you 1,000 times on this show. I've always wished from the start of my career there was some machine that somebody could invent whereby I could put my hand in the machine and LeBron or whoever would put, Michael Jordan would put his hand in the machine, and for 5 seconds I could feel what they're feeling. Just 5 seconds. That's all I need is 5 seconds. And I might say, that's not that big. I could do that.
Yeah.
Or I might say, how did you do that?
Yeah.
How did you drag yourself out of bed? All right. The problem with LeBron is he is a classic media manipulator. I would say that Aaron Rodgers is the LeBron James of the NFL because LeBron is greater than Aaron Rodgers because LeBron has been greater more consistently in postseason games than Aaron Rodgers has. So I put him like Aaron is actually trying to mimic LeBron. He's trying to become LeBron as a finger-pointing blame deflector. Aaron's like in a league of his own now. But LeBron is is so media trained. He is a savant. He's a wizard when it comes to how to handle the media.
You don't think anything was wrong with LeBron last night?
No, I'm about to get to that because I'm not sure about that. But he immediately tells the media. And by the way, I don't know if you had the sound of it, but I'm listening to Sports Spectrum LA out here because it's a Laker home game.
Right.
So the two Laker announcers immediately in the first